Shalom, shalom. We'd like to start by saying, call Lord Yahawah, Bashim Yahushua. I mean, all praise to the Most High. The name is only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahushua, who the world even refers to as Jesus Christ. YLK back here again, man. You feel me? Coming out with y'all another video. Waiting on a brother, you feel me? Get everything right, about to go into some more prophecy. It's a lot of stuff popping off in these last days, man. You feel what I'm saying? We here back at it again. All praise to the Most High that we can do this week in and week out. You feel? I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of prophecy being fulfilled. Whoever tuning in, man, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man, comment, share to your uncle, your auntie, your nephew, your cousin, your brother, your sister. You feel what I'm saying? It's high time for us to wake up as God chosen people in these last days, bro. You feel what I'm saying? The Most High is still working. Shalom, shalom. Mana come in the chat. Shalom, King. All praise to the Most High. You can tap in, Lord willing. You feel what I'm saying? The Lord is blessing you where you need to be blessed at in these last days, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Staying strong in the spirit, keeping our heads right, keeping our mind right. Whoever in the chat, make sure to like, share, subscribe again. Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha. Share this video before we dive off into it. Get them likes up. Get them subscribers up. Baba Kusha. All of that is free. Sharing it myself. Yep. Make sure y'all follow us too on all social media platforms. We got Instagram. You feel what I'm saying? YLK. We're spelled all the way out. Follow us, man. Make sure y'all like the video. You feel what I'm saying? This is like a routine for Thursdays. You feel what I'm saying? Just to keep our minds fresh, keep our brains focused on the bigger picture. You feel what I'm saying? Not getting caught up. None of these distractions, this green screen America got going. You feel what I'm saying? We got to stay spiritual, stay woke in these last days, right? He said, watch and pray that you be able to escape these things. It's to stand before the Son of Man, Hamashiach Yahushua, in these last days. YouTube live. Yep.
Shalom, man. I was trying to figure out how to add this to the page, but shalom to everybody. Brother Tazian here, YLK. We in the building, man. I just was trying to get something going, man. YouTube been on some hating stuff with us as far as fair use content, so we have to cross our T's and dot our I's and everything, man. But like my brother Shab said, man, this is a everyday thing, man. A weekly thing for us. You know what I mean? Lord willing, we continue to get to it. You know what I mean? Just we're gonna continue to build upon this, man. Salaki, let me. Oh yeah, we in here. We in here. Shalom to everybody. Peace and blessings, man. As you see, man, it's a lot going on in prophecy. But as the title say, the Lord is in full control. He's in full control of all of this, bro. Everything that's going on. He's in full control of every single thing. Every single thing. So look, before we get started, I actually want to do this very use shared. Then I'm gonna go into an article and we're gonna let the Bible speak for real. You know what I mean? But let me share my screen. I'm gonna do it this way. You see that? This is fair use. This is, our thoughts and teaches and critiques on the things that we're about to watch. We're not trying to, gain, profit from them. It's just fair use. Fair use. We're going to show this because they've been playing games. So right here, fair use. Our thoughts and comments on, the material that we're about to view. So without further ado, we're going to get into it, man. It's big news, man. So I'm going to share this tab. I'm going to play. So whether people know it or not, I don't know how much y'all been keeping up with the news, but Putin has just met up with the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, and they've signed a major partnership and had a breakthrough in something, man. And this is big because North Korea has been like this X factor in the whole thing, and the United States has been blocking them along with South Korea from pretty much having any real or solid allies, at least on paper. Like they might talk to people here, they might not completely on the outskirts of everything, but they've been blocking that. But now we've seen major changes, so this is something big, man. You got anything you want to say, Shad, before we really get this going?
Nothing much, man. Probably just dive into the video. You feel what I'm saying? Dissect it. Like the brother said, this is all fair use. This is all thoughts, and we're doing this just because.
Yeah, one time. That's what it is. So okay, we're gonna start it up. 6-minute video. That's all it is. So without further ado.
Wrapping up his whirlwind visit to North Korea at this hour. Earlier in the day, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un rolled out the red carpet for Putin with a grand ceremony, with North Koreans chanting, "Welcome, Putin." After the pomp and circumstance, it was down to business, the two partnership pact that replaces several previous agreements. Putin says the deal includes a mutual defense provision, and he adds the agreement will bring the allies even closer.
Today, we held substantive negotiations on a whole range of practical cooperation. This includes political, trade, investment, cultural spheres, and the security sphere as well. I agree that this is truly a breakthrough document reflecting the desire of both countries not to stop at their achievements, but to raise our achievements at a qualitative new level.
Now, for his part, Kim Jong-un promised his country's full support and solidarity with Russia.
The Great Democratic People's Republic of Korea-Russia alliance, which will become a watershed moment in the development of this bilateral relations, finally raised its anchor in history and announced its solemn departure here today.
We're covering Putin's visit from Seoul with our Mike Valerio and from London with our Claire Sebastian. We will begin with Mike. Mike, it seems that both countries now pledging to potentially come to each other's defense in the event that they are attacked. Do we have any more details about this partnership agreement and what exactly this means?
Well, we have very few details, Emra. The dust, I cannot stress far enough, is still settling here across the Korean Peninsula with this historic visit. So it's just as you said, for days, Emra, we've been talking about North Korea and Russia entered this strategic partnership, right, back in September of last year. So we were wondering what they were going to do during this meeting to elevate that strategic partnership. And they both seem prepared, as they have relayed in their comments at the end of this summit, to potentially come to the aid of, each other's militaries if both countries or if either country comes under any sort of aggression or under attack. Now, we were looking back, Emma, to 1961, a treaty signed by the USSR, Khrushchev, and North Korea, Kim Il-sung, by the leader, then the founder of North Korea, where the language was very strong. It said that if either country came under attack in the 60s, that the other country shall immediately spring into action with military assistance. Vladimir Putin, I have the quote right here, he said that this agreement just has the provision of mutual assistance in the event of aggression. But what kind of assistance?
Right there, it's about some mutual assistance. Why would they put everything out there for y'all? This is big enough for you to see that. We already know, everybody know North Korea been on tip forever. That's why the United States haven't even really ran up on them like that. They a small country, but everybody knows really not to mess with North Korea like that, like for real. They've been on tip. So for them to even just say they got each other's back in any type of way, like I'm gonna give you the details, just know I'm rocking with this person. Like almost like you see somebody out with a woman or whatever, a man and a woman, you out. Well, they ain't put all the details, but I've been seeing them together. You should know, nigga, it's something going on at this point. You don't gotta know how they rock, whether whatever it is, whatever. Like, is he hitting? Is he doing that? Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. They are out here, they are putting something as a show together. And I mean, look at what he's done. Look at the showmanship. Like, we're gonna just show everything that speaks for itself. Like when we really look at everything that's happened, I believe they're gonna go show some of it. I mean, it says it on here as they're speaking.
What are we talking about? Is that military assistance? Is that sending food? Is that sending supplies? So the problem here, Emra, is that we don't have a written document that has been sent out by the regimes of these two authoritarian leaders for us to get more clarity on what exactly this new quote-unquote alliance and mutual defense pact truly means. Is it military? And in that vein, Vladimir Putin also said, quote, the Russian Federation does not rule out the development of military-grade cooperation. So does not rule out the cooperation. If you sense a theme, Amra, there are a lot of platitudes, a lot of vagaries here, but they're still very concerning. So as our friends in Washington, D.C., Pentagon begin to wake up, as more of the Western military alliances and personnel and leaders begin to take in what exactly this means, it will be fascinating to see what, if any, postures are potentially adjusted based on this historic meeting that just wrapped up.
Big picture is that it does make sense, right, to see Putin and Kim getting closer in terms of ties. They're both geopolitical pariahs, and they both hold hostilities towards the West. Claire, you're covering the Russian angle.
That's enough. And even the quotes, which they said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right there speaks for itself. They both have hostilities with the West. Even look at this, like the quote, thousands chanted, welcome Putin, as a lavish ceremony in North Korea capital. You know what I mean? They out here, they're showing this. This is the perfect time. It really is like you letting the lines be drawn in the sand. Even on a worldly level or whatever. Like if I know you, Shop, got beef with, you know what I mean, or people know that you got beef with anybody or just somewhere in the hood, and niggas know it's out here like it's open like that, and then people come slap vibes with you, the other dude's gonna assume like, okay, well, he's obviously against us. They know that we have live stuff going on. This stuff with Russia, Ukraine, and all this other stuff in America, it's been going on for 2 years now. Yeah. So for him to do that, then you know we got problems. It speaks for itself. Like, well, it doesn't say it on paper. Like, come on, Esau. They showing you everything right here. Like, come on now.
And remember, like even before, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, before the Ukrainian and Russian war even popped off, Kim Jong-un was on fully. Remember, he was like he had like a whole parade with his nuclear weapons in North Korea. I probably have to pull it up, but it was I think it was like 2020 when this was happening. You feel what I mean? I'm gonna try and find it. I think the brother had froze. Shalom though, Gad. Shalom, Rashad. Wait on the brother to get back real quick. I'm gonna try and find that video.
Salakia, I'll start freezing. Salakia. I was freezing, but I was saying, you know, as my brother Gadite, my moderator in here, Rashad, said, welcome. Let me see. Brother Dimitri is in here, said he got a question. What's your question? You can type it in the chat. What's your question? Type it out there. There's no, but yeah, no, it's over for sure. When you see that, that's what you're waiting on for sure.
Because
any questions, definitely throw them out in the chat. But Salaki, what was you saying, Shah?
Kyle was saying like before the Ukrainian and Russian war popped off, Kim Jong-un was already flexing his nuclear warheads and all the nukes he got way before then. So really, Kim Jong-un was the first person to what's the right word? I'm dropping his nuts on America.
Yeah.
Been on this for real. Like Ukraine just, I mean, not Ukraine, but Russia really, I mean, Putin probably just really hopped on the train, but Kim Jong-un really been a main one pressing America like for the past 4 years. Like 2020, he was on that.
Man, he was on that early. He been on that. He been on that. That's what's crazy. He been on that.
Yeah. Yep. And then, like you say, it's like if somebody got beef with somebody, you see somebody else slapping fives, you already know they guilty by association. Then it's they really put it on the floor because he's saying like they backing them against all aggression. You feel what I'm saying? Anything that happens to them, there is full force a part of them. It's basically baby Russia now. That's
That's
all.
it.
That's all North Korea is now. It's baby Russia. You feel what I mean? But yeah, we could probably finish the video out.
You finish the
See what-
video.
Yeah, see what else they got to say. Unless that was it. That was probably it. Or you
No,
got
it's a little more. We might as well just let it. It's only probably like 2 more minutes. I can
God.
see. I don't know. I see Brother Demetrius Monicom had a question. I don't know if you see it. The countdown starts in the last chapter. But in fact, we can get to that after we finish this video and we gonna get to your question.
God.
Let me finish this out real quick.
Angle of all of this today. What will President Putin be thinking about regarding this visit in terms of how this would be a win for him?
And then everybody gotta, you just America, you know they gotta keep their fronts up. But look at this then Edomite, this Shedemite over here. Like, look at her face. It's looking how she's looking, but you know you gotta keep it up. But this is not good if you know in geopolitics or anything like this. Like I said, more alliances, they already been adding so many to the BRICS. Now they have them have a personal relationship and they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna exchange, you know, weaponry and all type of stuff, and they're gonna back each other with any type of aggression. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We got your back. We locked in.
Well, I think it's clear both from the optics and the not very subtle rhetoric, Amra, that this fits with really the overarching theme of all Russian foreign policy, and that is confronting the West. The optics, obviously, a lot of pomp and circumstance, massive crowds, flags, Putin's picture emblazoned across one side of Kim Il-sung Square. All of this smacks of the Russian attempt to show that it is not only not isolated by the war in Ukraine, but that Putin's patronage is actually prized in some parts of the world. And certainly here in this relationship, unlike the relationship that he has with China, no one can accuse Putin of being the junior partner. So those are optics that they know the West is watching. The rhetoric as well, also not very subtle. At one point, President Putin thanks Kim Jong-un for supporting all Russian policies, and then goes on to clarify, and lest we were in any doubt, that he means confronting what he calls the imperialist policy of the United States and its satellites. I think, look, Mike is right. The pact, this comprehensive strategic agreement that they have reached, it does raise a lot of questions, but it also looks very much like a counter to NATO's Article 5, that defensive pact in NATO that calls for an attack on one ally to be seen as an attack.
Exactly. So if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, what do you think it is? You know what I mean? Like, it's looking like Article 5. Like, they have a agreement in NATO, which is Article 5, that if you touch one member of NATO, you touch all. So right here, they're making their own pact to show that, you know what I mean, if you have any aggression towards North Korea and if you have any aggression towards Russia, they're both going to add. Then who do you think that's going to bring in all the BRICS countries and everything? So they have their own form of NATO. You know what I mean? Like, it's basically a way for them to be with BRICS without like outright joining or going through the whole BRICS process, but it's like they would be a part of the BRICS nations right now.
Yeah, basically,
you know, the main leader of the BRICS, which would be Russia's, is also tied with China. You're tied in with one of them. Should you tie in with all? Because if you tie in with Russia and Russia is tied in with China, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? We're all cool now. Like, you cool with them? Shit, I'm cool with them too. Then it is what it is. We locked in. But I'm just saying, like, look at this showmanship. Look at how they even receive Putin. They going through here in a long sleeve Maybach with the top drop, going through looking like how, you know what I mean, like the president over here used to be going around and stuff. Like, this is big.
Then just thinking about like the whole crowd, like look how many people is excited that Putin is there. For what? Like, they know something is coming, bro. There's no way in the world they don't know what's really going on. Like, it's the same thing. Like, oh yeah, you hate America? Bet, come over here.
Yeah,
we about to show you. We about to show you how to live good, basically.
Yeah, enemy is my enemy is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my enemy is my friend, bro. I'm gonna finish this out and we can get to it.
Attack on all, and this, of course, coming as Russia watches as Western weapons are starting to make their way to the front lines in Ukraine. Those long-awaited U.S. supplies, as restrictions are being lifted on using some of those supplies to hit Russia, and this is a way to send a message, I think, by cozying up to North Korea, that we're not to be trifled with in this war. So very clear messaging, very clear that the audience here is in large part, at least, the collective West, as Russia calls it.
Claire Sebastian and Mike Valerio.
Thank you. At least she gave more of it where they all talking hypotheticals. It's not really saying this, and she said it's very clear. You know what I mean? Which it pretty much is. So my brother had a question, and then Shalom Dayag, Shalom Dayag, Shalom family, another moderator. So let's see. If you want to, you can pull this up, Book of Daniel. So you got to be talking about which book, chapter, verse, man. You got to throw book, chapter, verse down so we can go into it. You said, according to the Book of Daniel, a countdown starts in the last chapter of 2,500 days or something like that. So don't you believe now that we're in that countdown? I mean, we know we in the last days, but to try to put a number on anything would be, kind of tricky in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's been way past 2,500 days since Daniel, so
way past.
Yeah, it's probably talking about something else.
Yeah, give us a little more, insight on what you mean, but definitely about to go into these prophecies, and you know what I mean. But definitely, regardless of whatever time you think, if you don't think we in the last days, you are sadly mistaken, regardless of exactly what time, because you know what I mean. Even Yahawah don't know the time that he's coming back. Only the Father in heaven does. You know what I mean. So, with a sense, I got something I really want to start off with, and then we could just go into some stuff, man. So we're gonna let the Bible speak, man. It's about that time, man. You know what I mean? So I got something I want to share, and if you got something, you know what I mean, just let me know. But right there, Sean, I really want to start right here. Joel chapter 3, start at verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. As we see, it's the spirit of war. It's the spirit of war out here. We're not in the spirit of peace. We're not in the time of peace. There's war everywhere. I mean, we even been talking with my brothers about just all the chaos that's been going on just over here in the so-called US of A. It's been multiple mass shootings and all this other type of stuff. Then who hasn't been going to war? Like I said, it's been, the Palestine and Israel, you know what I mean, China, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine, North Korea been popping at us. North Korea, South Korea have problems. Japan and all them having stuff. Us, it's a lot of stuff. So everybody is being riled up. Everybody's preparing for war. Whether they saying we're doing drills or whatever, like you showing a drill or like we're not doing anything, we're just doing a drill. I don't know if y'all remember, but Russia said they were doing drills outside of Ukraine before they actually went into there. So if y'all want to continue to follow that train of thought, it's like, okay, they're just doing a drill. There's nothing serious. They always do military exercises.
So like, yeah,
swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, "I am strong." I thought that I was freezing.
Yeah. You could probably just start at probably restart that verse. I think I heard a little bit of it.
Okay, Joel 3 and chapter 10 again, Salakia. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, "I am strong." Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So technically in history, you know what I mean? If you look at everybody, even if you ask the typical American or typical Egyptian, they would say that nobody can mess with America. Like North Korea, I mean, they got nukes, but they can't mess with us. You know what I mean? Like, and all this other stuff. So right here, that's that verse 10. You're right here. People are not in trying to build agriculture and build up and figure out this. They're in a time of war. And let the weak, this will be a representative of North Korea. Is a small country, even though they have nuclear weapons. United States will typically look like they can wipe them off the map. But now the weak are saying they are strong. They are coming out. They letting their nuts hang. In a sense, that's how we say, and they tapping in with Russia. So the weak is now saying they're strong, and now they're assembling themselves against the so-called mighty ones, the big bad wolf, which is America, the hammer of the earth. They are coming against them, and everybody is assembling to pretty much bring all the so-called mighty ones out. That's what's about to happen. This is the spirit that's being poured out in the world right now. The Most High is coming. He's a man of war himself, and that's what type of time he is. And I'm gonna get that real quick, and you know what I mean. And if you got something, we can bring it out, because that's what the Most High is right here. This is in the law, Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord Yahawah is a man of war. Yahawah is his name. He is a man of war. Y'all think we know what war? You think all of this stuff? He invented it. So he about to show you how bad and how crucial is really about to get out here, bro. It's about to get bad out here. You know what I mean? You got anything?
I gotta. I'm gonna try and find this real quick. Precept. If you got anything else, you can break it. I'm about to try and find it. But I did want to make a quick point. Like the things that's about to happen is most importantly, pride is about to be destroyed. Pride is about to be brought very low. You feel what I'm saying? We know this place, and we know Babylon the Great, aka America, KKK, is built upon pride. It's all about the American pride, like the brother was just saying. These people in here, you feel what I'm saying? These people in this country, or people even outside the country, don't believe that America can be taken down, and that's a form of pride. And we know that pride. Yep, there you go right there. Say pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. You feel what I'm saying? These people are puffed up in pride, so they have to fall. This is in the time we in. We not in, like you say, we not in peace no more. It's a time of war. It's time for destruction. It's a time for rebirth. It's a time to renew our mind. You feel what I'm saying? You have to let go of pride, because if you are aligned with pride, you are aligned with this place, which is Babylon the Great. And we see that it said, gather all the heathen together. You feel what I'm saying? Because this one's going to happen. Everybody is going to come together and destroy this place because of the pride, the arrogance, the spirit, the haughty spirit that they got, that they think they can just shit on everybody else. They can just run over everybody else. They can invade people's countries. They can do all of this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? This place is coming to an end. I'm about to just grab that real quick. I'm gonna real quick. Hold on. What is that? Ecclesiastes 3. Ecclesiastes.
What?
Get it. Where it says a time for like all type
Oh
of
yeah. I believe that is it. A time for peace, a time for.
I'm about to share my screen. I just pulled it up.
Once yours pop up, remove this. Well, hold on, because like you said, really proud. Let me get something else, because like we already know pride goes before destruction, and the reason it's being destroyed is because the Most High hates pride. He hates this. Like he literally does this. So I just want to get this. Like pride is not something good to have, and I know they be telling people be proud. I'm black and I'm proud, but proud is literally the opposite of being humble. Like he said, it's better to be with the lowly and humble than to be, share with them. So I just want to get this point, and then we're going to go right here. Look, these 6 things doth Yahawah hate. This is Proverbs 6:16. Yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look out the gates. You know what I mean? A proud look, a lying tongue, hands to shed innocent blood, a heart that devise of wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running into mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. You know what I mean? So right here, the Most High hates this. This is an abomination to him, and we already know that pride goes before destruction. So, you know what I mean?
I got a quick precept. I'm about to share my screen.
Your stream being shared.
See it?
Yep, it's up there.
Right. Just to touch on that point, because we have to really understand times we living in, right? I'm gonna start at verse 46. It says, "This is the book of Second and chapter 8 and verse 46. He answered me and said, things that are present are for those who live now, and things that are future are for those who will live hereafter. For you come far short of being able to love my creation more than I love it. But you have often compared yourself to unrighteousness. Never do so. But even in this respect, you will be praiseworthy before the Most High, because you have humbled yourself as is becoming for you, and have not considered yourself to be among the righteous. You will receive the greatest glory. For many mysteries will affect those who inhabit the world in the last times, because they have walked in great pride." You feel what I'm saying? Say many mysteries will affect those who inhabit the world in the last times, because they have walked in great pride. We know those mysteries are the things that we are seeing brewing up right now. You feel what I'm saying? World War III, the nuclear war. You feel what I'm saying? Thermonuclear fire. You feel what I'm saying? This is a Twitter page and Instagram page called End Time Headlines. This
Mm-hmm.
was posted June. This was posted today, June 20th. The stage is being set for the biggest war in human history. You feel what I'm saying? This is them miracles we about to see. We about to see some insane things happen in these last days. People starving to death. People cursing God. People giving up their hope. People putting their trust in other things. We already see the mysteries of the pride, because what month is we in? We in quote unquote pride month.
Ooh.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of this stuff is we see it in the Bible. God hates pride, and in Babylon, aka America KKK, has a whole Pride Month. It tells you who they are. You feel what I'm saying? And we just seen that these miracles is going to affect those that walk in great pride. We know Babylon the Great is one, and the people that inhabit here is another. You feel what I'm saying? This is these we about to see thermonuclear missiles fall out the sky and turn this place into a lake of fire. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And like the title say, the Lord is in full control of all of this. This is what He wants to happen. This is what has to
Ooh.
happen, right? And I got one more real quick.
You in the spirit, brother, because I definitely got something to even. You just threw me another oop. It's all
God,
good. Whatever you got. Hold on.
I'm
Whatever
about to
you
show
got. Oh
you
yeah, it ain't up yet.
real quick because this stuff has to happen, and I see why. You feel what I'm saying? I just be thinking to myself sometime here and there about you feel me saying like the people I love, but it's like in reality, it's like, can you really love people that's not willing to serve God? Like, can you really do that? Like, we can't. You feel what I'm saying? This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and 18. Neither shall their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahawah's wrath. This is what he coming back for. Wrath.
Right.
But whole land shall be devoured by fire of his jealousy, or he shall make even a speedy radiance of all them that dwell in the land. This is what's coming to this place. And if you don't want to feel Yahweh's wrath, I will advise you to hearken into the words of his servants and to keep the commandments and faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua these last days. Because things is happening right now, it's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a blessing for us to be able to see these things in these last days, bro. Because this place is about to burn. You feel what I mean? And it's all a part of Yahweh's plan.
That is right, brother. Like you said, even everything shit that's coming to this place to destruction, like you said, everything is a part of his plan, man. So I just want to even go here just in a sense. This is all the Lord's plan. We're not wishing nothing evil happen or anything like that. We're not provoking this. We're not hoping this happening. The Lord said it's going to happen. So anything that he says happen, we're going to hope that after the fact. But we're not saying these things or bringing them up on our own strength or our own thinking or our own logic. This is the Lord's logic that he gave us. And I said he's in control of everything. And right here, if you can see my screen, this is Isaiah chapter 54. I'm going to get straight to the point of verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So you already know back then, whatever a smith is, a person that's basically creating a lot of different things. You had gunsmith, goldsmith, all these different things. So this smith and this, we already know the Most High had to give a spirit or a thought to whoever created these nuclear bombs. So the Most High created the smith that used his hands to create these nukes, this Satan 2, this Vanguard missile, all these missiles we have, these bombs, these tanks, these guns, even from, Smith and Wesson to AK-40, all these weapons of destruction. The Most High created everything and created a person to do that and sent them the idea to even do this, just all for his wonderful purpose, bro, at the end of the day, bro. And it's all to showcase his power. And it leads me to my next one, which, this whole chapter is fire, but you need to really look into it, man. Everything is the Lord's will. This is all this thing. And as the title says, he is in full control. He's in control of everything. So I want to go through a lot of this. Romans 9, I must really start at verse 17. Look, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose I have raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So Pharaoh could just be anybody. That's any, a president or a dictator or whatever. Pharaoh is just a representative of God. Puts people in power. God rules in the kingdom of men. He gives power whoever he wants. It's a precept for that. You know what I mean? Shows that. So everything we gonna say is gonna be according to what the Bible says and what God says. And we bring it all together. So he raised him up for his purpose, just to show his power. Look, therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden. Thou will say then unto me, why doth he find fault? For who have resisted his will? That's a rhetorical question. Who can resist the will of God? If God was to tell you right now, I want you to walk straight, make a left, make a right, jump in the pool, you're going to walk on water, whatever. Can you say, no, I'm not doing this? Can you stop yourself from doing anything that God not only asks you to do, but wills you to do? And the answer is right there. That's a rhetorical question. Verse, this Romans 9:20. Nay, but oh man, who art thou that replies against God? And I know a lot of people don't even like that. A lot of people take this chance or try to reply against God. So I'm gonna give you an instance. Like, we all know people who might have lost. All of us have lost family members. We know people that lost family members, and we can't even question why God decides to take them away, because it's literally asking you, who are you to reply against God? No matter what decision he make or what he decides to do, who are we? Right here, look. Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if God, willing to show his wrath, to make his power known? So that's the reason why he would do all this, why he's going to allow wars, why he's going to allow people to die, why he's going to allow certain countries to be overcome, is to make his power known. Endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. Vessels, so they were vessels that were made with this wrath, made with this anger, made to be destroyed. And we're going to continue to read. It really breaks itself down. Look, verse 23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory, even us, whom he have called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. Now, if you look at that, you already know the Gentiles is the Israelites that wasn't walking in Jewry, the Hellenistes, but that's a whole nother one. So basically everything is about the Lord. I mean, you know what I mean? It's all his doing. This is his show. This is his movie. Everything is to make his power known, and to also that he can be glorified, not only in how he destroys people, but how he redeems his people out of this whole mess, man. It's like the Most High is, perfect balance. Like you said, a false balance is an abomination. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna really stop there. You got anything?
I mean, I just wanted to touch on that. Like we see, bro, like the Most High is doing all of this to make his power known, because a lot of people don't believe in him or scoff him, or people think they doing it on their own. So this is what he has to do, like Pharaoh. You feel what I'm saying? Like Israelites that was in Egypt. How would they believe without really seeing nothing? I mean, of course it was faith, but they didn't see none of that. You feel what I'm saying? All they knew was Al-Sajah was a terrible demon-like power. That's what that word means. A terrible demon-like power. That's all the Israelites knew. So once he showed his might and his force by the Egyptians, you feel what I'm saying? The 10 plagues of Egypt, then that's where his power be known at. This is where the fear of the Lord comes in at, when we read the word and we see all of these things happening because he wanted to happen. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we supposed to do?
Literally,
we gotta sit back and just accept it. Who are we to say anything against God? You feel what I'm saying? We just gotta realize that we blessed every day we wake up and we don't fall into his judgments. You feel what I'm saying? That's the fear of the Lord, to fear him and keep his commandments, bro, because we see what he is capable of, and we in the world will soon to see what this place is going to come to. You feel what I'm saying?
Literally,
we
bro.
about to see some real stuff, bro. We about to see some real stuff.
No,
A lot of people are still playing around doing this. And I got a quick precept. It's one of my favorite. I always harp on this, especially in these last days. Every day we wake up, we are blessed.
You should be on there.
Let me see. Start up. Lock it. Let's move to the other chapter.
Yeah, bro. This is all his movie. This is his movie, and it is
He
what it
started
is.
Luke 21 and 29. And he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees. When they now show forth, you see and know your own self that summer is nigh at hand. So likewise, when you see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of God is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. Take heed to yourselves, lest at any times your heart be overcharged with suffering and drunkenness and cares of this life, so that the day come upon you unawares. This is a fire precept. It says, take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with suffering, drunkenness, and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unaware. We have to be fully fledged in this world, thinking upon the return of our Lord and Savior Hamashiach Yahawah, because caring about this stuff, suffering, and being drunken is gonna mess your mind up. You're not gonna know where you at, and this day will come upon you unaware. Say, for as a snare shall come on all of them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. So something is going to throw somebody off. How? Because they're not paying attention to the word of God. That's
Hmm.
why he told us, watch ye therefore and pray always that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man, Mashiach Hawashah. You feel what I'm saying? Because the things that we seeing right now, bro, we can't let this stuff creep up on us. We know this stuff is coming. We know what's coming to this place. The dreams, the visions, the people that I heard on these highways and byways is warning us of these things, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So we would be a damn fool to go to sleep. It's a high time to wake up. It's a high time to come back to God and get on his good side, because we don't
That's
want to be
right.
that vessel fitted to destruction. We want to be a vessel fitted to glory and honor. I want
That's
to
right.
see the kingdom of heaven. I want to see Yahawah. I want to see these things. I want to see the righteousness, and I want to see the earth not mourn. I want to see the animals not mourn. I want to see all the animals. These are things I want to see. You feel what I'm saying? I want to see true living. You feel what I
For
mean?
real, for real,
This
for
is how
real,
we living in, bro.
for real, for real. And I actually got something too because, like, he said so much. Like he said, he made vessels for honor, vessels for dishonor, right? So basically, this life is nothing but a test. It's a trial run of really you figuring out which vessel you are. How was the Most High using you in a day to day life, or in a day to day life when you go out in the world? Are you out here wishing people good and well wishes? Are you speaking life into people, or are you walking around a negative vibe? Are you the person when you come in a room, it's bad energy, it's a dark cloud that comes on? Are you always unhappy, and are you always putting that energy on other people? Are you out here, showing love to your people? Or are you out here living a life of wickedness? Are you out here preying on people's downfall? What vessel really are you? Because the Most High said, you will know a tree by their fruits. We really gonna get there. I'm about to really pull that. Then I'll go to a couple other things I want to go to, but it's just also because you are what you are, and there's no changing any of that. There's no
Con, I got
change
a,
in
I got a
any of
quick
this.
question to like, because basically what you're saying, like, what are you sowing? What are you
There
really
you
out here
go.
sowing?
There you
What are
go.
you sowing?
For real. So I want to share this real quick. Let me add this. Can you see we up here?
Con,
So look, this is Matthew chapter 7. It's Yahawah Shah right here. Look, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. It's impossible. It
mm,
can't bring forth, look, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. So, obviously, it comes a time where, in the last days, there will be liars, there will be people that lie on people, accusers, false accusers. We understand that. But as a majority, your fruits should be a representative of who you are as a person, what type of tree you are, because the Most High looks at us as trees. None of us have lived perfect lives. We probably, caused somebody harm at some time in our life. which, you know, all of us have apologized, and I apologize to anybody I may have hurt, knowingly or unknowingly. You know what I mean? Becoming in the walk of becoming a man that God wanted me to be. But we can't walk around here. People should be able to identify, like, okay, this is a good dude in general, or this is a good woman in general, or she's not out here doing this. People all make mistakes, but the fruit that they present as the tree. So at the end of the day, it's on you to figure out which tree or which fruit you are. And a lot of these people are going to find out that they have been vessels made of dishonor and vessels made to be destroyed from the beginning. And there are vessels. So I want to lead to my next point, which I have to bring that out. So I want to get here. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 9. Look, and it reads, Yahawah knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. Now I was seeing people like, when certain people gonna get their judgment, when certain people gonna get this, they feel like they be getting off. The Most High is reserving them or keeping them on nice until he decides that he wants to hit them with everything at one time. So right here, and he knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation. So everything. So if you're a godly person and he's delivering you out of temptation, it's like he's making a way out for you. He's controlling the whole thing so you don't even fall into it, and he's saving them on the side just for their punishment. But I want to get, because this is other points I want to hit. But look, verse 10, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities, whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before Yahawah. My point right here, verse 12. But these are natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Now I want to go right here. It said, so it's people that's alive, that's made. So right here, we're going to see like what this word made. Like there is some people that's literally born to be destroyed. But we're going to go here. This is blue letter. That's why I advise everybody to go on here to get real definitions. It's a Greek word, G1080. Let it play.
Strong's G 1080. Ganao.
Of men fathered or born, or children to be born, to be begotten, of women giving birth, to engender, cause to arise at sight. The Jewish sense, one others converts to life, to convert someone, of God making Christ his son. So you were born to be destroyed, pretty much. Look, begot, to be born, bear, gender, bring forth, be delivered. You were brought here, delivered, born to be. There's people that's actually made to be destroyed, made to be the wicked. It just is what it is. It is what it is. I got a couple more points just to hit this one kind of home, because I mean, Solomon had this wisdom. This is wisdom to understand these things, that some people just are who they are, on good ways and bad ways. You know what I mean? Right here. Look, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13, straight to the point. Consider the work of God, because we are all the work of his, everybody, good or bad, good, you know, evil, whatever. This whole world, everything is a work of God, because he created everything. For who can make that straight which he have made crooked? Well, he born to be crooked. If he was born a snake, born to be a snake, that's who you're going to be. You're not a good tree that can bring forth good fruit, but wicked trees going to bring forth. We're tying all this together. So the same way there's people made to be destroyed, there's also people that's made from the beginning to make it, because this is all his will. He's in full control of everybody and everything. And if you were born to make it, there's nothing you can even do, not even yourself. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, even if that weapon is yourself. If you're going to make it, you're going to make it. And if you're not going to make it, there's no amount of anything you can do to make it. You're not written there. It just is what it is. So this is the opposite end of the spectrum. As there are brute beasts made to be destroyed, there's also people that's made to be saved from the beginning right here. And this is Ephesians chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 3. You can see everything. I'm still rolling good.
God.
You know what I mean? So, like you said, a vessel of honor certified. Yeah, okay. All praises, man. That's what we all aspiring to be. But we have to remain humble and diligent, you know what I mean, and do what we can. Because the Lord can remove his spirit off anybody at any time if he chooses to. I just was reading that he did that with Saul. It says Saul was one of the greatest people in Israel until the time he wasn't, you know what I mean? And he put an evil spirit on him. So we have to pray that we remain in his Holy Spirit and that we are the vessels of honor for sure, for sure. But look, This is Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahawah Mashiach, who have blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in a Mashiach. So right here we went into, free will Trinity. That's a whole nother thing, but you use this. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord. But look, according as he have chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy or set apart and without blame before him in love. According as he have chosen people. Like I said, many are called, but few are chosen. The Most High does all of this thing. This is his lottery, if you want to sense of it. And you got to hope that you one of those, picks that he did right here. So before the world was even created, that ye should be holy and without blame before him. Look, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahawah Mashiach to himself, according to the pleasure of his will, not your own will, because we can't even, our will technically don't matter. We have an illusion of free will, but everything is according to his will, the Father's will. To the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us, again, this made us accepted in the beloved. You know what I mean? And there's more on this. Is my brother Shah, he was going into, certain other stuff for real too. I'm gonna really jump down to verse 9. Look, having made known to us the mystery of his will, according to his good pleasure, which he hath purposed in himself. Everything is about God. Like, you just think about, what if a man was saying this? You see, it's the pleasure of my life. It seemed like such a thing to say, like, having made known to the mystery of my will, according to my pleasure, which I have did purpose about me. Me, nigga. It's about me. And the God got the right to say that all day, because it is. Everything is from him. Everything's created from him. That's why we can't even offer him nothing but praises back that he already put in us to really give back to him anyway. It's all him, our life force. Because think about this in a sense. How do we have free will as any man, woman, or child on earth, but not one single one of us asked to be here? But we here somehow. Where was our choice in that matter?
Man.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to continue to read this, and then, Lord willing, we have more points. But let me get this again, 1 and 9. Having made known unto us the mystery of his will, according to his good pleasure, which he hath purposed in himself, that in the dispensation of the fullness of times he might gather together in one all things in the Mashiach, both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in him, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his will. Everything is worked after the counsel of his will. So, and his will be done. As we read, Matthew 6, may your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Everything is the Most High's will, and there's nothing happening outside of that. There's not one thing happening outside of that. Whether good, bad, and different, there's nothing happening outside of his will. Shalom, brother Kanya in the building, man. If you want to, man, tap in everybody. You know what I mean?
Shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Nobody knows they're going to make it until they make it for sure. But, we have to have that hope. But we also have to remain meek in the process. You know what I mean? It's like our fruits are going to be a witness of who we are, regardless. So, as of right now, we are looking like we can make it. But I'm just saying, don't just say, in fact, like, we can't do that regardless. We can't add ourselves to the number. But we can be like, we are that hopeful elect, which is looking pretty good at this day and month. We used to leave right now to be like, okay, it's looking pretty good. You know what I mean?
I got a direct precept with that.
Go ahead, yo. You on there whenever you ready.
This is the book of Second Ezra chapter 9, and we'll start at verse 7. And it shall be that all who will be saved, Salakia, it says, it shall be that all who will be saved will be able to escape on account of their works or on account of the faith by which they have believed, will survive the dangers that have been predicted and will see my salvation in my land and within my borders, which I have sanctified for myself from the beginning. It's the same thing. People being predestinated for salvation. You feel what I'm saying? He's gonna keep them protected through the dangers that he said is gonna come upon the earth. He's gonna keep us underneath his arm. You feel what I'm saying? His shadow, right? Verse 9. Then those who have now abused my ways, is that duality, like he was saying. It's people that's destined for salvation, and there's people that's destined for destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Right, verse 9. Then those who have now abused my ways shall be amazed, and those who have rejected them with contempt shall live in torments. For as many as did not acknowledge me in their lifetime, though they received my benefits, and as many as scorned my law while they still had freedom and
Mm.
did not understand, but despised it while an opportunity of repentance was still open to them, these must in torment acknowledge it after death. Therefore, do not continue to be curious about how the ungodly will be punished, but inquire
Mm.
how the righteous shall be saved.
That
Those
part.
to whom the age belongs and for whose sake the age was made. Another point. The world was made for the righteous people to reign. You feel what I'm saying? And like the brother was saying, if we was to exit this life right now, we would be looking good because our works and our faith, and we believe. You feel what I'm saying? So, like you say, Lord willing, we be a part of that number to be redeemed from the hand of those that hate us. You feel what I'm saying? And be them righteous trees that Yahawah has planted. You feel them? Them good trees is bringing forth good fruit. You feel what I'm saying? And it goes back to what you sowing. Because your tree go sow what you sowing. Your tree is gonna sprout of what you sowing, what you are sowing in the ground. You feel what I mean?
That's right,
What
brother.
you really
That
sowing?
is right.
Are you sowing acts of righteousness or acts of wickedness? And that tree go show real clear. Yeah.
Very, very clear. You know what? I got a couple more points really to add. Like you said, man, that was so fire. And I actually always tie that one. I got that one tied to that exact precept. So you literally did the exact precept in the Apocrypha for that Ephesians. That's literally because I definitely got that one too. So I just want to show like everything, like, bro, this is the Lord's movie. So if you are able to receive this, it's because the Lord allow you to be able to receive it. And if you can't receive it, and if it's BS information to you, if it's not something you want to believe, he made that happen as well too. So you know what I mean? Well, we gonna everything with the Bible, man. We gonna go right to it, man, because this is all his show. This is his movie, and we are only workers of him. So right to it, man. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. So it's certain people to elect, the ones that's looking like they're going to be a part of God's elect, they're going to be able to intake this, they're going to be able to digest this information, they're going to be able to receive it, they're going to know what it is, what they're seeing. But other people could be hearing this and like they read that Bible, all this stuff. They are technically blinded. Verse 8 to bring it home. According as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. So the Most High, if you can't receive it, if you don't try to listen to the word of God, if you feel like you're rejecting it, ultimately it's not you rejecting the word of God, it's God rejecting you from even receiving his blessings. As you see, as it is written, which we know this is in Isaiah, he's quoting that definitely in Isaiah for sure. So it's written somewhere. Usually when you see that, it's because they're quoting from somewhere else. But y'all would think this is just the so-called New Testament, but he's quoting from the Old Testament. But that's neither here nor there. So God have given them the spirit of slumber. So he has a spirit on them where you're the walking dead. You sleep out here. You out here sleep. You ain't woke. Most High got you sleep. Eyes that you should not see, ears that you should not hear. So, you know what I mean? Even in that sense, and I'm going to get another one in Romans. And I got something else too, but I'm going to start right here just to show that this is all God's control and everything. This is his. He's in full control. He's in full control. So this is Romans 8. And I'm going to start at verse 26. I got it up on the screen. You can see me though, Shah. It's on there.
Let me see. All
right, so look, this is Romans 8. Let me start at verse 26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. So right there, we're going to start here on the free will. How do you have free will when God is saying us, our spirits that we have in us, don't even know what we should pray for? But once you pray and you get in alignment, you keep the commandments and repent, the Most High puts the Spirit on you. And now the Holy Spirit is upon you and it makes intercessions for you with groanings. And it prays for you. So how are you in control of anything? Next verse, though, we're going to continue to go. It's something to think about. Verse 27, and he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is in the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of God. So the spirit has to move according to the will that God has and how it works in your life. This is all his will. Look right here, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Verse 29. For whom he did foreknow, meaning before time, before there was, before they even created, he also did predestinate to be what? To be conformed to the image of his son, Yahawah Mashiach, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, verse 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. Quick question. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? Who can? Who can be against you if God is for you? I don't care what's going on. Like I was just saying this to brother earlier. Like if the Lord has his eyes of favor on us, what do it matter what anybody else think or how they think they may look at us? They're going to have to look at us with favor eventually. They're going to have to look at us as who we are eventually. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Look, verse 33. Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? If you are elect, who can have somebody charge you anything when God looking at you with that favor and that love? It is God that justifies right there. So you're going to be justified regardless. If you are a part of that elect, whatever you may have done, may or may not have done, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You're going to be justified. And I do got one more point, just to show. I always bring this out, but because it's Russia and because it's like, you know what I mean, we see Russia in the news, whether people might not have known it, but you know, God is in control. God is in control. Shalom, sister. Shalom, sister. You got any questions, you know, don't hesitate, you know, bring it out in the chat. Shalom, though. Shalom. But I want to get this Ezekiel 38 real quick, just to show, like I said, because if we saying Yahawah's in full control, you think Putin too strong to not be controlled? Like because he's a so-called dictator of, you know, a big country, that God not controlling him, that God's not controlling Kim Jong-un, and he's controlling you. We in the city of Detroit, he controlling y'all that's on 7 Mile and Van Dyke right now, wherever you may be, he controlling you, you know, east side, west side. We are all being under control. But right here, I just want to show this really right here. I'm going to start from the top. Ezekiel chapter 38. And the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against it. If you look up Google who's Gog and Magog today, it will tell you that Gog was the chief of the land of Magog, which will be modern day Russia, and Gog will be who the president or dictator of that land would be. Meshach will be modern day Moscow. You can look this up, but we're going to continue to go. Verse 38, Ezekiel 38, verse 3, and say, Thus saith Yahawah power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of, right here, this is the control part, verse 4, and I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So think about this. If you ever been fishing before, say, I will turn thee back, I will put hooks into thy jaws. You already know you got a fish on a hook, it's in your full control. So now you're going to reel it in. It's going to move exactly how you want it to move. It's full control. And he's bringing him back to a certain mindset, how they used to be, because Russia used to be on tip when they was in their strength with the USSR. They was just, we own that. Then they took a little away where it's like they fell out of their power. They wasn't up there. You know, Russia been quiet for years. And now it's like they back. They feeling that. And that's not by accident. It's because the Lord is pouring his spirit out for it at a certain point in time. Because the Most High gives you a word, but it's not set until an appointed time. You know what I mean? So really get to the other parts right here, and then really I'll yield. But so all of these people with shields, basically they prepared for war. We got armor, they armored up, they got their guns, they got their clips, they got everything. Persia, which is modern day Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and thou be a guard unto them. So right now, we just showed y'all that they did a pact. So not only is he being a guard to North Korea, but they're a part of the bands that's coming with them. So if I'm blocking in, I'm going to be a guard to you, I'm going to expect the same in return. So right now, we are seeing this prophecy come to pass. This is prophecy, and we're witnessing this right now. So think about everything else that's about to come right after that. You know what I mean? And the Most High gonna get on his ass after he take them down. But that's a whole nother point. You know what I mean? And that's all I got. If you got something else you want to share, for
me. I got something too, and I wanted to make that point. Basically, like BRICS is an abbreviation. So you got B, you got Brazil, and you got all their allies that fall underneath them. Then you got Russia and all their allies that fall underneath them. You got India, they got all their allies that fall underneath them. You hit one of them, they all go tie into it. You feel what I'm saying? Tie into the same thing.
See what sister said?
God said, I haven't gotten to it. Shalom and Yahawah, can you bring me up? What language is that, brothers? God, that's the Paleo Hebrew. The Paleo Hebrew. This is the oldest. I wouldn't say the oldest, but I would say it's the Phoenician language. I wouldn't say it's the oldest language, but it's the oldest version that we can go back to and we can actually find. I'm about to pull up the Lost Lunar Stone real quick.
Yeah. So Shalom, people say shalom, which will I believe is just, basically an older variant of shalom, which would be peace and blessings. And then, like Yahawah, which my brother about to show you on the Lost Lunar Stone, that's if we know, well, I don't know what name do you call the Father? We know that the Father's name is Yahawah, which, he exists. And we, what I mean? And his go back to, Yahawah, which he is the Savior, whatever. But it's all on there. Like if you could pull it up. And I actually know a video. I think I saved a video where it was a heathen actually reading on one of the stones. But whatever you got pulled up, you can, we can go into it. Also, she says Yahuwah. So we understand that in the original, in the Paleo Hebrew, there are no U's. So it's like missing like 7. There's no F, there's no J, there's no X, there's no E's, no O's.
Did you say you? If you said you,
you said you. So y'all know, so it's like missing like 7 letters. That's what's on there. So we know it can't be, Yahuwah. And even if you go to blue letter, right? Really, blue letter really shows a lot because, I mean, we understand that they translated the name, which we know a name can be translated as a proper noun, but they have Jehovah. But if you look, so it's YHWH. And according to the old characters, the vowel points were already on the characters. You know what I mean?
I'm about to bring it up right now.
Ella, she said she don't even think anyone could say it till you come back. Well, I mean, it did say something about a new name, but he said he's gonna give us a name. And like I said, you know what I mean? Just from what we've seen, it's just, that the dialect, even like how babies come out, they come out with the ah language, like ma, ba, da. That's how you even say the Hebrew alphabet. But you don't really see any U words like that. But what you got up, brother?
I got the old alphabets just to show like how they changed it, like what it was before. I think it's right here. You can see my screen.
Yep, you on there.
Then like it's prophecies that tell us that like we will be worshiping him or saying his name. Like Baruch 2:30 says, "You should call upon my name and land in their captivity." That's not a good one. We'll call on this one. So we know that the Most High is going to give us his name in the last days. You feel what I'm saying? According to prophecy. Let me see if I can pull this up just a little bit closer. Damn, that shit ain't. But as you see, you can see the I. This is the I. I know it's kind of hard to see, but Abba, God, Da, Ha, Wa. I think it's Za and Kla, something like that. But this is the Hebrew alphabets. You can look it up, and it will show you like the pronunciation. This is how we know it wasn't the pronunciation. They wouldn't be able to say Yahuwah or Yahweh or none of these things because it wasn't in our language. You get what I mean? It's the Ah, the Ba, the God, the Ha, the Wa, the Za, the Kla, and stuff like that. See, here it go. This is a better one right here. This is what I was looking for. So this is the modern day Hebrew on the bottom. See, modern Hebrew alphabet. This is the ancient. And if you go to the Lost Lunar Stone, this is what we see on this stone right here. Even in certain scrolls, I think you would be able to find them. Let me see if I can find a good one. Look at this right here. It's kind of hard to see. I wish I could pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Look, I think I got one where the dude was actually went to the stone, bro. I got a video. I got a video. Yeah, he was reading it. That's the same. It's the same stone he was reading. That's the picture of it. He was at it.
Yep.
So let me see. She said my daughter said use the first two letters when they were born. Then on the day they died, let out the last two letters C. So yeah, my 15-year-old daughter just told me that 2 days ago. Wow, sister. No, for real. All praise to the Most High. She like the real Rosetta Stone. Yeah, it's a lost lunar stone. So basically, we was showing that our people was doing Hebrew even over here. Like everywhere we went, God gave us almost like certain little things to like hold us on. We wouldn't completely forget everything that we did. And I'm gonna give you an example. Like in slavery, we already know everybody. I'm sure everybody's seen the series Roots, right? So we understand that when he was doing to Kunta Kinte, he was beating him. He switched his name, beat our language, right? But if you think about like what the chariots represent in the Bible, that was something that we held on to that was down in the spirit. You even think about how you hear a song and it take you back to a moment. You can remember where you was. You remember how you feel. It can take you to a place. A song can make you cry. A song can make you happy. So we understand that the chariots is going to be our method of salvation, right? So even in the fields, our people were singing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming forth to carry me home." They had at least that. Like, well, they probably didn't have the name no more, which I know we did for a certain amount of time because they even had the list. But we stopped giving ourselves names and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? What she said, I can't wait to no longer gather here at YouTube and the truth. Yeah. What city are you in, sister? If you don't mind me asking, what city are you in? Because we definitely, you know what I mean, we gather for new moons. Like, we not rich, we still getting stuff together, but we do have a building where we actually do keep feast days. Like, this is church right now, so you know we doing that. Oh, she in the A, so you know, I mean, it's a lot of camps in the A. We spend a lot of time down there too, for sure. We up here in Detroit, but we definitely plan on going there soon. You know what I mean? But if you can, definitely tap in with us. And I actually want to show this. I know you said something about the brick. Oh, she said the brick. Because I thought you meant the BRICS, like BRICS nation, because I pulled that up too. You know, that's the acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, and China. But if you can actually look this video up, whoever on here, I'm actually play it. It's like a 5-minute video. I'm actually running to it just to show this man was reading on a lost lunar stone, and I believe it was you know, one of our ancestors did it. Let me pull this up real quick. And then we're gonna go into it. Salakia. I believe this might have been the GM people that, what is that? Oh yeah, BRICS nation. So that's the people, that's the alliance that's going against NATO or the North American, you know, treaty organization, whatever right here. Let me show her this first and then I'm gonna get that real quick. So if you look at this, this is who's going against so-called United States, NATO, and the EU right here. Can you see it? So if you type in, it's an acronym, you know what I mean? BRICS, BRICS. It's an intergovernmental organization comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Ethiopia, all this. This is just, you know, this is basically who NATO is going up against. And they're all coming together. They're forming their own dollar, their own alliance, and they're not using the money anymore. They're not using the United States dollar anymore. They have their own things going on. The group evolved into a cohesive geopolitical bloc with their governments meeting annually at formal summits and coordinating multilateral policies since 2009. So these are all the people that's basically coming against the West and their allies. You know what I mean? It's a lot of members. They have a lot of members. And then, like you see, North Korea just got into basically a type of agreement with, you know, Russia himself. You know what I mean? I got you. Oh yeah, it's on there. She said, y'all got it on there for you. That's when we're gonna showcase that. Now let me show this video for real. If you can, everybody look at this, say this title. You should see it, but this is what you type in. Look, Esau. So it's an Edomite reading. Esau knows the true name of the Lord, Yahawah. And I believe he's at the Lost Lunar Stone. But I'm gonna let this play. He's gonna be reading off of here.
So
show him.
Kessel.
Right
there, line. That is an S. This is L. Stumbling block. A crack that you trip on, a plate, a catch where, like the rug kind of turns up and everybody always trips over that and
Stumbling
gets frustrated,
block.
but you never cut it off. That's as bad as this right here. Idle. Not do, not law. There you go. The opposite of God. God is always
The other one.
Aleph Lamed. And you'll see a whole bunch of them here. Wherever God is. Like here you go. Aleph Lamed. El, Elah, Elohim.
Mm.
That's the common word, Elohim, gods. It says not exist. Not he exists. There's the possessive of it. Not he exists. Gods. He isn't multiple gods. He isn't even a trinity. A bunch of false teachings exist here.
Ooh, look, through the spirit, Salakia. He said, did you hear what he said? Because we did the Trinity, Tuesday? He said, see, it's a Trinity. That's a false teaching. And all this other stuff. So this is an Edomite linguist, T. Eaton, translates the name of the Lord from the lost lunar stone. So through the spirit, Shah, hey, watch this. He about to actually go to it. Like, I know he's showing it now, but look, he's on it now.
At the beginning, La. That dot exists between them. But he did this. He wrote this line. The writer wrote this line. He wrote the top line, I am the Lord your God that brought you out of a territory of limits and a house of bondages, plural, of Abed, servant, Abed, servant, or whatever, Yim, plural, servants. He wrote that, then he writes the next one. He puts it out there. He writes the next one. La. Ta'asha. Aka. Pesel.
He's learning how to read it too. I'm gonna address a couple of your points in a minute.
Don't not have made.
Like they reading commandments. Like they was writing commandments on here.
Hang up.
Stumbling block.
Yeah, a hang up. What do you call that? It's like you stub your toe. Your shoelace gets caught. Something you have to get hung up on. You get hung up on. Oh shoot! Watch out for that bump right there. Watch out for that slippery rock. Don't make you hang up a trip, a stumbling block.
Yes.
Don't make you a stumbling block. To la ka, can you see that? La to ka, you. To you. Look at that Samic. That Samic? Yeah. He looks like an S. There's a line. It's so interesting how it's almost it's an S for a line. That is a unique Samic. I haven't seen him anywhere else. That Samic is unique. Again, a dot. He starts writing again. He keeps on going. Somewhere along the line here, he realizes, oh shoot, I forgot a commandment. I just went from delivery from Egypt and the house of bondages, and or slaves, or the house of servants, and I started right into not making yourself a idol. I started right into that, and then he realizes somewhere along the line. At what point? It looks like he continued to write. Not to take up.
Right here we go.
Not to uphold. Et down here, that's missing. The aleph is gone. The ta is there. Et Shem. Yahawah. The name of the Lord. Don't take up the name of the Lord.
He's vain.
Yeshua for not. For or to nothing. Don't take it up to nothing.
In vain. That's what it's saying. Don't take up the Lord's name in vain, man. You know what I mean? So right there, it kind of really shows, you know what I mean? That stumbling block is they rejected the building stone. You know what I mean? Just Most High, you know, anything, don't let nothing be a stumbling block to us. But look, I'm about to put this Instagram in here too, just so you know you can keep up with us. I don't know how you got hip to us, but we have an Instagram, you know, Yahawah's Law Keepers. And she said, Haya. So that's the I am that I am verse. And I know that some people get that as a mistaken for thinking that that's the name, because he says it there in Exodus 3 and 14. You know what I'm talking about, Shah? But that was really the angel of the Lord speaking right there. And then he told his name in the next verse. And we could pull that up for real quick. Because I know a lot of people say that, but the thing about it is you only see that one time, and then that's not really what the Lord was really saying, you know, his name or whatever. But let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, me. So you don't have Instagram. We on TikTok as well too. Yahawah's Law Keepers under everything. Whatever you have, I hope you subscribe to the channel, and I hope you tap in all the time. We really go live every Tuesday and Thursday, and Lord willing, you know what I mean? Yah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Like, we gonna read that. So it's like what you just said, Ahaya, you know, all that. That's he said that, you know, I am that I am. He said that in verse, 14, but people stop there. And that's where you can't stop, you know what I mean? But to get the context, I'm gonna start at 13. This is Exodus chapter 3 and verse 13. And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come into the children of Israel and say unto them, the God of your fathers have sent me, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. Right here. So that's the part right here where you said that, right? But verse 15, he continues, and God said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say to the children of Israel. So he's telling them, I am sent me, but once you get there, this is what you say to them. The Lord, that is Yahawah, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. So we go here, Blue Letter Bible, get familiar with this app if you haven't, like you said, into here, saying to the children of Israel, the Lord right here is H3068. You know what I mean? Now we understand, like I told you, it's none of these, it's no E, it's no E, it's no V. You know, they start to say, you know, Jehovah, but we understand that with the Tetragrammaton, it goes back, you know, it's Yahawah. I mean, the existing one. Yaheh, Yahawah. That's what we'll go back to in the Hebrew. So that's the name that he said that you will say upon us forever. The Tetragrammaton. You know what I mean?
God. And we take those vowels from the Paleo Hebrew, not from the Yiddish or not from the modern Hebrew, and we get Yahawah.
Exactly. And that's how you there's no E's in those. You know what I mean?
Yep. God.
Yeah, it can be kind of confusing. You just got to kind of really deal with it a little bit. And like I said, we try to go into it as often as we can, you know what I mean? And try to do, like I said, we're still learning, like all of us. We are all, you know, we know we are Hebrew Israelites, but we have been detached from our language. So I've been making it, you know, my business to, you know, obviously, you know the Bible to the T as much as I can. And then I know the Lord is going to reveal much more as we continue to go on, you know what I mean? As much as we can, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, you're very, very welcome. Like I said, we going into many points. So any questions you have, we look forward to those. We're advise people to bring in their questions. So it help us stay sharp. It help us where we might not be even, you know, thinking about a topic or discussing one because, you know what I mean? But if you come with something, it'll make us look more into certain things. So everybody on here, shout out to everybody that's on here. Peace and blessings to everybody. And you know what I mean? Don't hesitate to tap in, man. That's what this is for. This is about building camaraderie. It's about building our nation. It's about building each other up as a people. You know what I mean? So however, you know what I mean? Are you on any social media platform, sister? Or anything? Because this is like one of the ways like how we kind of showcase what we doing a lot of the times, either on Instagram or TikTok I don't believe we have a Facebook, but I mean, all of us have personal Facebooks, whatever. But you know, social media is just an extra way to get the word out. But YouTube is fine. If you subscribe to the channel, make sure that bell is on so you can notify. You know what I mean? Be notified whenever we go on. You know what I mean? You got something you want to share? Like you got your screen about to pop up.
Yeah. But I had just one last precept just to go with the stuff about free will and stuff like that. A little quick precept.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
So just the book of 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 19. And he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of Yahawah. I saw Yahawah sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven extended by him on his right hand and on his left hand. And Yahawah said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?
Gilead, I love that, bro.
And one said on this manner, and another said on this manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahawah and said, I will persuade him. And Yahawah said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, Yahawah have put a lying spirit in the mouth of all thy prophets, and Yahawah have spoken evil concerning thee. So we see right here, you feel what I'm saying? In the book of Kings, the Most High God commanding the spirit to be a lying spirit into the mouth of Ahab's prophets so he can die. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So this is literally his plan. And people, and like Romans say, who are we to say something against God? You feel what I'm saying? If we are clay and he is the potter, what can we say? Oh, why you do this? You feel what I'm saying? It's all his plan. It's all part of his will. It's all part of his plan for people to die at a young age, at an old age, in any age. You feel what I'm saying? Everything is planned down to the T.
It is, bro. It is. Damn, I ain't gonna lie, man. Every time you do that, man, it's like you be lighting the flame a little bit more, man. You just send some damn near 1 or 2 more points. Because we understand that, you know, we are tied in the prophecies and everything, and how Yahawah is in control of all of this, and just want to show that every aspect, bro. So we ain't even really hit the little minor ones. So I'm gonna hit these little 2 minor ones, and if you got something, this all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahawah. So that's what we gonna do. We gonna continue to bring it out, but. This one right here, I want to get Proverbs 20 and 24, man. This is one of our go-tos. Look, man's goings are of the Lord, Yahawah. How can a man then understand his own way? That's a rhetorical question you're asking, because you don't. Because wherever you go, even being on this live today, whatever you ate today, everything is because the Lord sent you down that path to do it. Man's goings are of the Lord, so you can't even understand why you do the things you do or why you made a certain way. You know what I mean? And I want to get another one. Proverbs 21. So even the same way, like how Putin, Biden, whatever they're doing, these would be today's kings in a sense. So look, this is Proverbs 21 from the top. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahawah. As the rivers of water, he turned of it whithersoever he will. So everything, you know what I mean? What are you really in control of? Man. What are you doing? What are you really doing? Let me see. Matter of fact, I think another one just popped in my mind. Is that the one I want? Oh, yep. Through the spirit. This is what I want. Even right here. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 23. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. He didn't say I think or anything. He said, I know. This is Jeremiah, prophet of the Lord. He said, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. You know what I mean? So where do we get our direction from? This is all free will, so that wherever path we on, whatever Yahawah has us doing, you know what I mean? It's all his will. Everything is his will. You from the beginning right here. One more, and I'm going to end with this right here. So look, Jeremiah 1 and 4, started verse 1 and 4. Then the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Behold, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. You know what I mean? So whatever your occupation is, whatever it is, if you're a prophet of the Lord, if you're a servant of the Lord, whatever you may be, before you even thought of, before any of these things, before you even came forth, the Most High had this all planned out, man. So how can you have any type of will if you can do anything outside of that? You know what I mean? For real.
I got a few more too.
Yeah, blessing it.
You see
Yeah,
my
it's made.
screen?
All praise and much all praises. There you go. I love the camaraderie in here, man. Shout out to Brother Monica in the building. Yep, welcome to YLK. We here for the people. We here for our loved ones. We here to do the work of the Lord, man. YLK into Judgment Day is real over here. Oh no, this excites me. I ain't bored with it. But you on there though, Shah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but Yahawah directeth his steps. I mean, some more on that, just to keep touching on this point. Psalms 37 and 23. The steps of a man are ordered by Yahawah, who takes delight in his journey. It says the plans of the heart belong to man, but the reply of the tongue is from Yahawah. You feel the Proverbs 16 and 1. What's this one right here? Proverbs 19. Many plans are in a man's heart, but the purpose of Yahawah will prevail. Damn.
That's it every time. Many plans. That's fire. That's fire.
Many plans. Yep. That's cold. 19 to 21. I ain't gonna forget that.
Like many plans.
And then there's other thing about like another point, like the prophecies. Prophecy is the whole point. How do we have free will if prophecies have to be fulfilled? Prophecies coming to pass and being fulfilled is a clear notice of that we don't have free will. If somebody is prophesied to do something, you can't go against it. It's written. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it always means when you say it is written. That means it's going to happen. It's that simple.
Yeah. Which two did you just read?
I brought out Proverbs 16, Psalms 37, and Proverbs 19.
Psalms 37, what, that 23?
Yeah.
I love that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Fire.
I love that one.
Psalms 37
so
crazy.
Much. Yeah. For real.
It's crazy.
Everything, like it's so many, pretty much free will things, like just to show that everything he did, like even when you look at the book of Job, like the devil was even complaining like to him, like, well, of course Job ain't gonna curse you, you blessed everything, you blessed his house on every side, the work of his hands, that his substance increased in the land, like everything, he like, you did that. Let's see, sister want to bring out something. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that out for you. I'm gonna bring out another point. It's like she said something like, to other people is born, and if it's born to them, that means the Lord is not. He's not dealing with you. If any of this word is born to you, because how was fire? Like that's how I feel like to your soul, it should ignite you, because he said his word is fire. And I just want to get really right to that point. Jeremiah 23 and 29. Is not my word like as a fire, saith Yahawah, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? So when you hear this, it should be lighting you something inside of your spirit and your soul to be like, oh man, you ain't, what I mean? It's lighting us up, just like you said, what I mean? Yeah. But she said Psalms 116. Why I keep thinking that out the gates? I'm about to pull that up here. Let's bring that out.
God.
Psalms 116. Oh, Thanksgiving from deliverance from death. That sounds perfect. If you want me to read, I can read it. It's cool. Yeah, we can run through this for real. Psalms 116, start from the top. I love Yahawah because he have heard my voice and my supplications, because he have inclined his ear unto me. Therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. The sorrows of death compass me, and the pains of hell gat hold upon me. I found trouble and sorrow. Then I called upon the name of Yahawah. O Yahawah, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Gracious is Yahawah and righteous. Yeah, our power is merciful. Yahawah preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. Return into thy rest, O my soul, for Yahawah hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, my eyes from tears, and my feet from falling, which went in the head with what you just said. He gonna deliver. This everything is him. So if he can prevent you, this is powerful. I like this right here. This is fire. Verse 9. I will walk before Yahawah in the land of the living. I believe, therefore I have spoken. I was greatly afflicted. I said in my haste, all men are liars. What shall I render unto Yahawah for all his benefits towards me? What can we give the Lord for everything he's done for us? What can we really do? We have to just give him his thanks and everything. Verse 13, I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of Yahawah. I will pay my vows unto Yahawah now in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of Yahawah is the death of his saints. Oof. O Lord, truly am I thy servant. I am thy servant, the son of thy handmaid. Thou hast loosed my bonds. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving. I will call upon the name of Yahawah. I will pay my vows unto Yahawah now in the presence of all his people, in the courts of Yahawah's house, in the midst of thee, O Jerusalem. Praise ye Yahawah. That's fire right there. That's fire.
Yeah, that's fire for sure.
That's fire. I think that's a good way to end it, for real, right there. We've been on here for about an hour and 35 minutes. Then we kind of hit the point. I know we got new videos dropping. Of course, you know, camp on Saturday, all these other things. Like I said, Lord willing, we be able to get more days to go live. But right now, our schedule is Tuesday and Thursday. So everybody's on here. Please like, share, subscribe, put that bell on so you get that notification to know. You know what I mean? Lord willing, come back and build with us. That's what we're about. Building, you know, or building the kingdom of God, reeling in the lost sheep, and hopefully we edifying each other. Because just as we're reading these words, we're taking it in as well. So it's fruitful for everybody.
God.
Mm-hmm.
God. Make sure everybody tune in, like say, like, share, subscribe, comment, man. Share with your nephew, your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, everybody, man. Spread this word. It's time for us to wake up, and if it's on your heart, you feel what I'm saying, you can donate to the ministry. You feel what I'm saying, help the ministry out, help us out. If it's on your heart, man, you feel what I'm saying. May the Lord bless everybody in these last days, man.
That's right. So I'll just, you know, say, Lord willing, you know, this was edifying. Lord willing that everybody, you know, got something from this. You know what I mean? You learned something new, whether it's precepts or there's something. Lord willing, you know what I mean? And, you know, make sure everybody tap in. You know what I mean? Like you said, everyone hates where their baby's here. As long as your baby's here, that's what matters. Because that's what's going to be. You have to be that covering for them. And Lord willing, the Most High covers you. You know what I mean? And everything. For real. Yup, Gad, I brought that out through the Spirit. I definitely brought that out through the Spirit. Jeremiah 10:23 for sure. Yeah. Psalms 34. Yup. 34 is fire. 37 is fire. All these. You know what I mean? So I want to say peace and blessings to everyone, man. You're going to end this. You know what I mean? I want to say call her law, Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawah Shah. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, Israel. We'll be back again Tuesday, Lord willing. I mean, shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.